this time here we are looking at the semi-final from the regional in Varberg, Sweden. And here we have Simon on the left and Roine on the right. You've seen them before, actually playing each other. So Simon here on the left, he is flying Whisper with Fire Control System, Intelligence Agent, Veteran Instincts and the Advanced Cloaking Device, alongside Captain Oicunn with Predator, Emperor Palpatine and Rebel Captive Cruise, and then an engine upgrade. On the right, Roine is flying IG-88B and C, the heavy laser cannon, Fire Control System, Crack Shot, Glitterstim, IG-2000 and Autothrusters version here. So there are no advanced sensors, double actions, but they hit really hard as they both have heavy laser cannon. And with Crack Shot, they can get through that cloaking device of Whispers really quick if they have the option to shoot at him, and both of them at the same time. In the previous game, we saw Simon use Oicunn to very good effect, getting in close very early and disrupting both of the IGs and then taking them down. And let's see if Roine has changed his game plan due to this, because it looks like he is making sure the IGs are slightly more apart here. I don't think he wants to, and I think he's kind of used the asteroid in the center of the board there, just to the right of the dish on the Death Star, to make sure the approach for Captain Oicunn is slightly more different or more difficult than last time. So we have the first round of shooting here. We have Whisper shooting at range 3, Autothrusters and Glitterstim, I think. I think I spent Glitterstim at once, so that's where the stress token on the IG comes from. So that means he's requiring target lock on the fire control system and cloaking. And then we have the return fire here from IG, heavy laser cannon into the cloaked phantom. And the main thing here is that he wants to have Whisper spend his focus token, and then maybe even Palpatine here, and then shoot again with the IGB ability. And I guess Simon here wants to make sure that there is only one hit, taking one shield at best. Looks like there was a miss, so here's the second shot, spending focus again for 4 hits. And now let's see what we can come up with here. It's going to evade, he's spending the token and using Palpatine. And it looks like he took off at least one shield of Whisper, actually both here I think, yeah, so shields down. This is kind of the best option for Roine here, I think. That's something he should be pretty happy with. Simon would have liked it to be just one shield. Well, of course, no shields, but with IG's ability there, shooting twice with the gunner effect of base. And then this is Oicunn into the IG, and appears that everything was evaded. But that also means that the Glitterstim and Crack Shot is spent here. Yeah, that's where the second shield came from. He used Crack Shot, so it was just one shield normally. The Crack Shot took away the other one. So a forward cloak here. He might have been able to decloak to the right there, but he decides to cloak forward. And the IGs are out of Intel Agent range, so he has no idea where they're going. All he knows is he needs to clear that stress. Ooh, that's a brave move. Looks like he's on the rock. Yeah, he's on the rock, and that's really bad news here for Simon. And looks like I'm going to reroll that. Was on the looks like I don't think he took any damage there. And here's a 3-bank clearing stress with the IG. And I would suspect that he's also going to boost to get an evade as well from IGC's ability here. And then he's also set up for a nice sloop next turn to get back in the action. See what he decides. I don't think Whisper will have arc on him, unless he does a 1 hard. And that's a big risky move, but Roine decides to be sure here and does the 1 straight. Takes the evade action that gets with IGC's ability. And there's a hard one here. And now, since there were a rock move, or the Decimator got himself on the rock there, he actually tries to boost as well, because he wants... yeah, okay, he thought that if you get that close, he might prevent Oicunn from bumping him, or if Oicunn decides to bump, he might have been stuck on the rock. But he decides to boost to the left. He's definitely going for Whisper here. He wants to kill that Phantom, because if he has 2 IGs left versus Oicunn, I don't think there's any chance, because he can only get stress from the Rebel Captive on one of them, and they can take turns. And this is just a straight move by Whisper, so it will probably hurt a bit on that IG, but Roine is doing the right thing here. He's forcing his opponent to switch targets, which means the fire control system is not going to be as effective, because now Whisper has to decide, oh, do I switch target lock to the new IG here after shooting, and then risk not being able to shoot at that. And as you can also see, next turn there is only really one decloak option for Whisper here, which is to the right. So Whisper is in a pretty bad spot here. And that IG could actually do a K-turn to get behind Whisper. So I think Roine is pretty happy with the way things are here, especially that the Decimator can't shoot this turn. So Simon decides to move the target lock to IG, but still there was no damage. But he will cloak, he won't get his focus. And then here is the K. He's going as far back as possible to try to stop that possible K-turn. But if Roine is actually doing that, I think he will be going for the sloop to the left. There's no way he's going to block that. And Oicunn is probably just going to ram straight into the IG, taking down a shield. Yeah, this is a tricky, he has no idea. I wonder if he used the Intel agent. We didn't get to see that, because, or if you forgot it. But that way he could actually try to get in the way. So here's one bank, so he's just going to slightly pivot there, yeah. Something like along those lines. Looks like they both agree that that's okay. So that's one shield of that IG. I think, yeah, there is a 3 straight, so he's just going to get out of there. So I think it's IGB down here, and IGC is the one that is running away towards the other side. And there's a boost as well, because he wants to try to get away from the hard one here. I think maybe he's dialed a K-turn into the Phantom here, because there is no risk of anything shooting at him. But he didn't know that before, so maybe not, because the IG might have been slooping. So there's a 3 sloop from the IGC. Now let's see what he did with the Phantom here. He looks like a K-turn. Which means he will be stressed, so he can't cloak this turn, but it won't be the end of the world. So far this game is not resulting in the same big bump fest that the previous one did, which is something Roine is really happy about. He doesn't want to get his ships bogged down. They need space to move quickly, come in, come out. So it looks like 4 hits from Whisper. So we'll see Autothrusters and the evade, probably 1 shield there. So IGB has lost 2 of its shields. And then we have Oicunn shooting at the same IG here, so he's going to try to whittle him down. It looks like he got 2 hits. He's going to use Predator, maybe 3. And Autothrusters to save all of that, looks like. That should get us back to dials here, yeah. So now Whisper is kind of in the way for Oicunn. He's trying with a hard 3. Let's see if he makes it past Whisper. Yeah, it looks like he does just barely. Guess we're gonna mark Whisper here, take him out of the way for a few minutes here, so he can actually make the correct move without just guessing here. So yeah, and then he decides to boost to get as close as possible to that IG, which is the injured one who has lost 2 shields. So that's the one he wants to concentrate on here, hopefully, because that's where he has the fire control system target locked from the Whisper. And I'm guessing Whisper's going to do a 3 straight, which is green. So IGB is just going to probably run away while this guy comes in and tries to do some damage to Whisper, because Whisper only has 2 hit points left. And there is still a crack shot on... No, I think crack shot is spent on C. Oh, he's doing a K-turn there. Okay, so that means he's going to have both of his IGs shooting at the decimator if he wants, or maybe if Whisper's in range, which I don't think it will be from the K-turning one. So there's a 3, which is green. And now he needs to decide on actions here. I mean, I would have taken the evade here, but he's going all offense. He's been doing that all the time we've seen him here. He's taken the focus token instead of the evade, so it looks to be like no range to that guy, so he's going to shoot the other one. That's not what he's looking for. So he's going to spend the focus for 2 hits, it looks like, which is not going to go through. It's going to be Autothrusters with IGs. So this is the exchange Roine really wants here. There is no way 4 dice with Autothrusters are going to hit the IGs here. So he cloaks at least, but this is probably going to hurt Whisper here, because there will be a heavy laser cannon shot going into him, and if he evades it, it will go into him again. So here we have the first one, using the target lock, and then spending the focus for 4 hits. He needs to evade everything, and then another one. He has no tokens, so I can't see Whisper getting out of this. So it looks like at least 2 evades, 3 evades, so 1 hit point left on Whisper. So well, if he can't avoid everything, that's the best option for him there. Then he's going to shoot at the decimator here, so he's got the second stress from Rebel Captive, and turning the crit to a hit, so just 2. And there is no range bonus from secondary weapons, so 2 shields down on the decimator here, which is, well, those are the 2 only damages so far. 2 points of damage now to the decimator. And back to dials here, and Whisper needs... no, Oicunn is going to shoot as well. He's just going to put the fire control system down. So this is, I think, if he can concentrate fire on Whisper once more here, Whisper will be in trouble. And then if you got 2 IGs versus the decimator, I think the IGs will win, even if one of them is almost shieldless. So now let's see, he's going to decide who's going to shoot at. I would probably shoot at the guy who's injured here. I think that's the only option. Autothrusters taking 1 shield. I think he shot the... he shot the other one. So 1 shield off of C and 2 shields are off of B. So decloak, and he's going to decloak to the right, which might be the right option here, but I think that's what I'd expect if I were Roine now, and if I would like to try to go for Whisper with both my ships to get in an arc. Maybe a straight decloak and then banking into one of those IGs to avoid them shooting you might be a better option, but then again Oicunn might be in the way if you do that, so yeah. Well, I guess he could actually boost out of the way. So forward decloak, this move and then a boost, and then have Whisper shoot, or go forward there, maybe. I don't know. Tricky to decide here. Because I think Whisper will get a shot off this turn, but I think he might die. Or she, I don't know what. I think Whisper's a she, right? So here's the, 3 banking, and it's going to be a bump, but I think Roine likes that because it won't be shooting. That means the Decimator won't be shooting at him, and he can still shoot with a target lock on Whisper. And here's the other guy that shot at the... Or maybe no, the other one, the one that bumped, was the one who has target lock on the Decimator. This is the guy going for... who's got the target lock on Whisper. And that looks like he's just in front of the Decimator. It means he's going to take a damage next turn. So if Whisper is just doing a... Oh no, he won't fit. So if Whisper and Oicunn can concentrate fire on this IG, they can do a lot of damage. But Whisper can't kill it before it shoots back, as Oicunn shoots last, so to speak. So let's see if there's a 2 bank to the left from Whisper. Whisper might be able to barrel to the right to get out of arc. If there's a 2 straight, for sure he can do that. And then he only going to take fire from the one that doesn't have a target lock, but I don't think that's definitely better, because if he whiffs, you get the target lock and you can shoot again anyway. So there is the 2 bank. And yeah, maybe he can barrel roll to get out of arc. Now the thing is, at range 1, from the closest one means you can only shoot once with the heavy laser cannon, so it's going to be a primary and no re-attack from the IGB ability, but if you can get out of arc, that's even better. Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to get out of arc. Let's see when he's done moving, if we guessed correctly that he will get out of arc. It's going to be close. It looks like he's in arc, but I'm not sure. Those angles are tricky here from the camera angle. So, first of all, Whisper can shoot. So he's going to shoot at the one he's got target locked. I don't know why he put a second stress there. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, so he has 4 dice here. He's going to shoot at the one in the back. 1, using the target lock. So it looks like a lot of hits in anyway. So let's see here. Spending the... Oh, he used Glitterstim, that's why. Okay. So he takes 1 hit. 2 hits, 2 shields, no, his shields down, 2 hits, and Whisper cloaks. And this is the heavy laser cannon into Whisper, I assume. And he's going to just Glitterstim the focus token. And Whisper is probably going to evade all of this, because otherwise the Whisper is dead. So it looks like he has to use the focus token or Palpatine here, so he'd have to use the focus token. So he gets a target lock and shoots again. This is exactly what Roine wanted. And let's see, he's going to use the Glitterstim focus for 4 hits. And there is no way Whisper's going to survive this, even with the aid of Palpatine here. So I think, unless Oicunn does a lot of damage here, if he can, I don't know if they bumped or not. He might not even be able to shoot at all, because both IGs bumped him, I think. So there's not going to be any shots from Oicunn here. So Oicunn can do damage by bumping, but I think this is now in the hands of the IGs. They are just too good not to win this one-on-one. It's going to be close and up to who can control range best, but with 2 IGs chasing you down. So the first IG just did a green straight that bumped, lost the stress. And the other one is running past, and there's a boost out of range 1 to get the evade as well, because they still have both of their abilities, as long as there are 2 of them, and that's what's going to decide this here, I believe. And Oicunn just probably ran into the IG, so the IG should be at 3 hit points. So he's shooting at the one that's running away here, Predator and Palpatine probably there for 3. So Autothrusters and an evade and an evade. So he should be safe there. Or maybe he took the last shield of IG, maybe there was still 1 shield left on him. Oh no, of course not. Okay, so we're at the next turn again here. IG, or the Decimator is just going forward there. He wants to stay close to shoot. The stressed one here. And he decides to take a focus action. And then we have this guy, he's probably going to go sloop or K-turn. I'm going to guess that's a sloop. No? He's deciding to run away here. Tries to make a take a target lock. And takes a focus instead, I believe. So here's the guy who clears stress, and now I'm going to see a boost here. I guess he's going to keep the other one away for another round as well, just to make sure they come back at the same time, so both can shoot. That way he can decide which one is going to get the rebel captive stress. So he'll pick the one that's least bad for him. And here's an attack on the closest IG, I guess. And he's going to use Palpatine. And an evade and Autothrusters. And hard 3 here, yeah. Setting up. He wants to get close, straight into them. He doesn't want to give them range 3 shots, but I don't know, should he boost in as well? The bottom one might sloop and end up with a range 3 shot anyway. And the top one could 4K straight forward. So I think he will place himself nicely in range 3 of both IGs from 2 directions here, which is something. Well, this guy might not be at range 3. Oh, he's hard turning anyway, so okay, that's okay for. I mean, he'll do some damage to Oicunn, but that's Oicunn's best shot at getting damage back, because that's when he has 4 dice and no Autothrusters for IG. And this guy is looping up, so he's gonna have a range 3 heavily cannon shot there. So he's going to start shooting at range 1 here, taking the stress on that guy from Rebel Captive. And that looks like 3 hits. And he takes the fire control system. And then we have the other heavy cannon, 3 hits. So now we're into hull here on the Decimator. So let's see, we're going to have Oicunn's return fire. So 4 dice, and using Palpatine. Oh, yeah, it doesn't need to reroll here, we can just use Palpatine. So 1, 2. So shields down on IGC as well. So both IGs are now at half point, which means Roine will need to take the Decimator to half points, unless he's already done so, unless he had 3 damage. So that's 7 out of 16, so he needs to do some more damage to the Decimator in order to be in the lead here. But I'm expecting that to happen this turn here. So he did it 1 straight and bumped into that IG for 1 more damage to it. And here he's gonna bank 3, yeah, clearing stress. And also making sure he doesn't get stuck to being perpetually bumped by Oicunn, because that's not what you want. Ooh, he might. I think he's clear of the rock. He's going to be close, but oops. Yeah, there's plenty of space anyway, so I don't think he was that close to the rock as it looked originally. Okay, so he's going to probably do a boost. Yes, he's boosting slightly to the left there. Setting up to come back next turn with a sloop if he wants. Or maybe a straight K, but a sloop to the right there. So heavy laser cannon here into Oicunn. So 2 more rounds of this and Oicunn is going to go down because he's got 3 at least already. And looks like 2 hits, and he's using the target lock for 2 more it looks like. So 4, that means 7. So you should have 5 hit points left. So that's just 1 round of shooting from both IGs, and this mirror is going to be down here. So we'll see if he can do some hurt into that IG. Yeah, that's the stress from Rebel Captive. So that looks like nothing. He's going to spend the target lock. For what appears to be 2 hits. No Palpatine. Maybe he just forgot, and that was easily evaded. Or actually no, 1 damage it says here. I think 1 damage going through. No, that's from the oh, never mind. I think one of those is at 3 HP and the other one is at 4 HP. So a hard turn, and then he's going to do the target lock. Let's see if Roine is going to do an aggressive case turn here, or if he's just going to go away, staying safe, coming back. Since he is in the lead now, that Oicunn is at below half, there is no rush. So yeah, he's going to move and boost to get out of range 1, get the evade token and Autothrusters. And setting up for a nice sloop next turn, and this guy is probably going to 3 sloop to the right, or he's going to 4K as well, works perfectly. So Oicunn needs to do damage here, which will be tricky. He needs those range 1 shots, or at least be in arc at range 1 or 2, so Autothrusters won't trigger. That looks like he's going to reroll them all, because I think it was 2 eyeballs and a blank. And then he's going to use Palpatine, so that's 3 hits. And Autothrusters in safe. So the IGs can do this all day, as long as they can stay away from range 1 or bumps. So here's the 3 hard from Oicunn. He needs to try to do something to get back here, get close, and then not take too much damage, because I think he only has 5 hit points left here. And he takes the target lock. So is this going to be a 3 sloop to the right? It looks like it. It's a nice move. And then we have his friend there, who's probably just going to do a straight move as well here to clear the stress. A straight 3 maybe? Oh, just a straight 1. Oh, he's just banking, he doesn't want to risk running the rock, so he needs to hard turn next turn instead. But yeah, he wants to control range here, he wants to shoot at range 3 with a heavy laser cannon. So boosting there, and then hard turns next turn will have a pretty good shot at the decimator if it turns in towards his other robot. Back to dials, and let's see what Samus decided to do here with Oicunn. He's banking in. He wants to have that central area clogged up, so if he might be able to trap an IG there, he'll do some damage and do some bump damage as well. Now if the IG goes in there, a hard turn next turn would be nice from Oicunn if he can live that long. And the question is, should he, if he wants to boost in now, he's going to try at least. Let's see if it fits. It's going to be close, but I think it will fit. Yeah, it looks good. So if he gets a bump here, he's only going to be firing against the one IG. He's going to fire back, and that's good. And then he can bump next turn. But it looks like Roine actually was predicting this, and he's just going to try to run away, but there was no room. So not getting far enough, so he's going to bump just in front. So this is perfect for Simon. This is exactly what he wanted. Because now he can shoot at the other IG, and only take fire from one, which means he will live for another turn. And he will do some bump damage to that guy. And the one who is shooting him now is going to get stress from Rebel Captive. Still in the IG's favor here, but... so let's see if the IG can do 4 hits here. There is a rock in between, so it's going to be one green die, so maybe he could avoid at least that. So Rebel Captive stress. And spending the... no, he's not spending focus, he's going to reroll. So 3, he wants the focus for defense. So it looks like an evade there, so 2 hit, 2 more damage I think. 3 actually, okay. So that's 2 hit points left on the Decimator. Who is shooting back through the rock at range 3, so this means no damage on the IG, most likely. So he gets a good roll. Using Palpatine for a crit. But that's Autothrusters and evades. So no damage. So this is going to be a 1 straight bump into the IG for damage there, which means both IGs now have 3 hit points left, or hull points. And then this is going to be a 4K, because if he just gets to shoot, which he will take those remaining hit points off of the Decimator. There's no way he won't get 2 hits. Well, there is, but that's a brave move, but yeah, he clears the rock. So range 2 through the rock, but it's a heavy laser cannon, so 4 versus 1. And he has target lock, so this should be the end. So it looks like 2, and he's going to use the target lock for 3, which is enough. Because even if he saves that one, 2 goes through. So good game, guys. So we're going to look forward to seeing Roine in the final, which will be the next video here on my channel. So I hope to catch you then, and thanks for watching.
Poäng här, jag förlorar 50 poäng. Ja, precis. 50. Ja. Men det var trevligt.